start of the month, March. And Baba is really especially addressing to you all, a very special group who are so regularly studying Baba's Murli. Because today's title is to leave subordination to become sovereign. So Baba is talking about the special souls who are the self-sovereigns, the kings, the emperors. It's really very empowering Murli. So let's start the Murli. I'll share the screen. Give me a moment. So today, the Murli that we will revise is of 4th of March, 1972. And the title is Leave Subordination to Become Sovereign. Who we are actually, always sit in that awareness, and that is the most easy thing that we miss, we forget, we lose ourselves. So what is that traps us? What is that we give ourselves into and our attention goes away? It's a subordination. Once we understand that, we have to remove them in order to become the sovereign. So let's see how Baba explains it to us. Baba starts with the question, do you know for whom Baba has especially come today? Today or every second of the conference age. He has come for the special souls who will reveal something special in the future. Do you consider yourselves to be special souls? That is, souls who will reveal some specialty. So do you consider yourselves to be special? Of course, we all are special. And the very first speciality is that we have recognized Baba, we have recognized truth. So Baba is asking that do you consider yourselves to be special souls? That is, souls who will reveal some specialty. What special task will you definitely perform which no other group has performed until now? And Baba is talking this about showing something special task in service, actually. So Baba is asking, have you thought of a plan for this? Something special that no other group has performed yet. Of course, everyone has the aim to pass with honor and to reveal the Father, but what special newness will you reveal? Show and have the faith to show this newness and specialty. You will not take extra effort for any obstacle or task. Instead, you will make other souls free from obstacles and helpers in every task. You will easily become and make others the embodiment of success. So Baba is saying that what special thing, new thing you can do at this conference age that can reveal your speciality and Baba. So Baba is saying that the newness and specialty you can show in is that you will not take extra effort for any obstacle or task. And by doing that, you will make other souls free from obstacles and make other souls helpers in every task. You will easily become and make others the embodiment of success. That is, through having easy, constant yoga, having love for the Father, being cooperative in Baba's task, and imbibing all the powers, you'll become the decorated image of Shakti armed with all weapons. And through your own image and behavior, reveal the activities and tasks of the Father. Such a big thing Baba wants us to be, right? Baba puts us not just in the high pedestal, he wants us to perform such high tasks by reminding that we are that. We are elevated to that level. Baba says, decorated image of Shakti, armed with all weapons, and through your own image and behavior, reveal the activities and tasks of the Father. And what are the few things Baba said for that is needed? Easy, constant yoga, love for the Father, being cooperative in Baba's task, and imbibing all the powers. So we'll become the image of Shakti, armed with all weapons. Baba calls each of us Shiv Shakti. So think of this, cheer on this, that you are Shakti, Baba. You have easy, constant yoga, love for the Father, cooperative in Baba's task, and you have imbibed all the powers. Baba then asks, have you made such a promise to yourself? Right? We are souls, whatever we decide, whatever we promise to ourselves, we can do that. Have you made such a promise to yourself? You will not take extra effort over trivial matters, will you? You will not be deceived by any attractive form of Maya, will you? Those who are themselves deceived cannot free others from being deceived. Always have the consciousness that you are the children of the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness. Those who are the removers of sorrow of others cannot themselves experience any wave of sorrow for even 1 second in their thoughts or in their dreams. So we have to understand our title, who we are, children of the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness. So if we experience waves of sorrow, how can we remove sorrow from others? Baba said, not even 1 second, your thoughts or dreams, should you experience sorrow. And that is possible only when we are in the awareness of our truth. Only when I have forgotten that, when I become distressed and experience sorrow. If you experience any waves of sorrow in your thoughts, how can you be called the children of the Father who is ocean of happiness? Do you ever sing in the praise of the Father that he is the ocean of knowledge? Yet, sometimes there are waves of sorrow. Do we sing like that in the prayers or praise for Baba or even any devotional, prayers or songs? We don't sing that he is the ocean of knowledge, yet sometimes there are waves of sorrow. So you have to become the same as the Father. To experience any wave of sorrow means that you have been deceived by Maya somewhere or another. So you have to make such a promise. Promise that you will not be deceived by Maya. And you will become equal, same as the Father. Are you not the embodiment of power? How will you receive power? If the intellect is constantly related to the one Father, then through that relationship, you will definitely receive the inheritance of all powers as a right. So we can all check if we are embodiment of power, or if we see powers lacking in me, what is the method for that? Constantly relating to the one Father. So that with that all relationships with Baba, we will definitely receive the inheritance of all powers as a right. When we have a relationship, that is a right, right? In every relationship, there is a right to attainment. But only if you perform every action whilst considering yourself to be a soul who has a right. There will be no desire to say anything or to ask for anything, even in your thoughts. For every action, whilst considering yourself to be a soul who has a right. So you have to claim the right. Baba is yours in all relationships. So when I can remember that right by remembering who I am, by remembering who Baba is for me, then there will be no desires. All desires, even in the thoughts, will dissolve. We have to check, it's a very high stage. Do we have it? If in the thoughts any complaint questions come about other people's behavior or action that was done, we have forgotten our right. And that's not who we are. We are souls. Baba is saying that you will be away from all the desires, even in your thoughts. When you perform every action whilst considering yourself to be the soul who has a right. Because of not having a right, there is one or another type of dependence somewhere. Because of being dependent, you cannot claim a right. Whether it is dependence on the awareness of your own body, dependence on your old sanskars, or whether you are dependent because of being weak or having any weakness. Due to not imbibing a particular virtue, you are not able to experience a right. So we very easily can know and understand the dependency with others. But Baba is talking that all starts with the dependence on ourselves, with the false identity that we hold about ours. So Baba is saying dependence on the awareness of your own body, your oldest sanskars, or weaknesses due to which you are dependent on others. And also due to not imbibing a particular virtue. So a particular virtue in a particular situation is not there in me, then I'll go into that weakness or distress. That's why Baba says we'll be far away from experiencing the right. So constantly think that you are not dependent, but one who has a right. You are those who have a right over your old sanskars and to conquering Maya. Old sanskars, also it's like take responsibility, right? Not just blame on it or say that what can I do? It's my sanskar, it has become a sanskar. Do I just use it just to give myself some time and enjoy it? That's where Baba is saying have right. When we also have a right on it, can we change it? Otherwise, we are saying, I cannot do anything about it. Baba is saying, you are those who have a right over your old sanskars and to conquering Maya. Baba is saying that way. Otherwise, in many Murlis, Baba says that don't consider those old sanskars as yours. That's Ravan's. So don't use it. But then we have to throw them away, right? So in that sense, have right over them and say, I can conquer them, conquer Maya. You are those who have the right to conquer the awareness of your own body and of your bodily relations and connections. If you constantly have the awareness of being one who has a right, then you will automatically experience having all powers and all attainment. Very simple. You constantly have the awareness of being one who has a right. That's constantly I'll tell to myself in meditation from time to time throughout the day until it becomes an unbroken, very deep awareness that I have a right. I'm the child of God. Then you will automatically experience having all powers and all attainment. Do you forget yourself as one who has a right? Those who are dependent constantly ask for something. Those who have a right constantly remain the embodiment of all attainment. The drastic difference. Constantly remain the embodiment of all attainment. So there is nothing lacking, no question of asking, feeling the lack of anything even in my thought. For whom does the Father have the treasure of all powers? What would you call it if something is not claimed by those who it belongs? Always have the intoxication that all the powers are your birthright. So continue to move along whilst considering yourself to be one who has a right. You should constantly have such elevated thoughts in the intellect. Constantly, we should have elevated thoughts. So each of us here, are we aware about our thoughts? Or are we still very slow in moving in this path of transformation? And we are still easy about few thoughts, and we give our time thinking about those old thoughts that are not elevated. So let's check. And today, maybe if we can find out in our list whatever are not elevated, Baba says, with right, have that firm promise to the self. I will not think about these thoughts. Really a very big shift of who we are, the souls, children of God, and what we have been living for birth after birth. So let's have constantly elevated thoughts in the intellect. Any thought would be elevated. I have the birthright. I am God's child. All the powers that belongs to God belongs to me. That intoxication, that truth shouldn't be forgotten. And Baba says, if your thoughts are elevated, can that not be inculcated in your words and actions? We know that whatever will be the thoughts, so our words and actions will be accordingly. So Baba is saying, have elevated thoughts as well as inculcate them into your words and actions. The starting point is having it in the thought. Therefore, make your thoughts elevated and constantly keep the intellect in the company of the Almighty Authority Father. Are you constantly colored by the color of such company? Do you experience this, or will you experience it when you return home? That's a powerful question to think about that. Do we experience Baba's company now? Or we think we will experience it when we'll return home? So we know that when soul is out of the body, there is no awakened experience. That's where the sense organs of the body is also invaluable treasure that Baba has given, because through that we experience. We have become dependent on experiencing sensory pleasures through the body. But when the soul is out, seed is not planted on the ground of the body, then there is no fruits, there is no experience of leaves, air, nothing of the plant. Whatever plant gives us that we experience cannot be experienced until the seed is planted. Do we think that we'll experience Baba's company when we return home in the soul world? No. That will be a sleep mode. We'll be sleeping. Of course, there will be total contentment. We are merged in that truth of us. We have that sense of we are home with Baba, but not immersed. We don't really experience it. So I think this is a deep point we all have to churn, that this is the only time we can experience Baba's company, only time to take the opportunity to be colored. The color of Baba's company means our thought, words, behaviors should change like Baba's. Baba says, always consider that you have to think, speak and do something wonderful, not something common. If you have common, that is ordinary thoughts, then your attainment will also be ordinary. As are your thoughts, so will be the world that is created. So let's promise ourselves to think, speak, and do something wonderful. Then the attainment will be wonderful. If you do not have elevated thoughts, then you will receive an ordinary status in the new world that you create. If you do not have elevated thoughts, then you will receive an ordinary status in the new world that you create. Because whatever we are thinking, so our sanskars are shaping accordingly. Sanskars means power in the intellects, power of decision making, and that decides what role you will get. The status, Baba says, whole kingdom is being created. So king or subject or even lower status. But we are all happy though. We are all contented. We all experience Baba's attainment from Baba. We are not role conscious there, but Baba reminds us here because the effort we are making it now, that will decide what you will get in the new world. Therefore, always check whether the thought you had was ordinary or elevated. And with this checking, slowly, we'll move to always elevated. All souls have ordinary thoughts and behavior. If after becoming the children of the Almighty Authority Father, you have ordinary thoughts and action, then what greatness or uniqueness is there in that? I am a special soul, and therefore everything of mine should be special. Through your own transformation, you will be able to attract souls to yourself and to your Father and not towards your body. So what's the transformation? Always special. I'm a special soul and everything of mine should be special. That's our starting point, to bring about thoughts that are always special, elevated. Words and actions should be special and elevated. That transformation, when it will come in us, we'll be able to attract souls to ourselves and to Father, not towards our body. Means we'll not entangle them or make them dependent with us. Baba explains, to your own self means towards the spirituality within soul. Yes, they'll be inspired, they'll feel that power of spirituality in you that wakes them up to themselves, their truth. Kind of bring them close to yourself, to Baba, not towards your body or role. So your transformation will bring about world transformation. Transformation of the world is waiting for the transformation of the elevated soul. You have to bring about transformation, do you not? Or do you just like this ordinary life? When your awareness, attitude, and vision become spiritual, no person or thing of this world can attract you. When your awareness, attitude, and vision become spiritual, no person or thing of this world can attract you. And that's our checking point. Baba said in today's Murli, that's 28th of February, Sakar Murli, that knowledgeable of Baba means no attractions. That was a deeper point that touched my heart. I wanted to churn today, whole day, that if I'm attracted to anything or any other person, then I don't know Baba. I claim that I know Baba, then the soul who is knowledgeable of God as Father, who knows Baba, means who knows themselves, are free from any attraction. If it does attract you, then you should understand that there is a lack of spirituality in your awareness, vision, and attitude. You have to transform this weakness in 1 second. How much time we need spiritually to transform anything weak, old, bad, wrong, 1 second. It's just the awareness, like the switch of the light. Switch it on in a second, gone. What is gone is gone. Don't stay in that regretting or thinking or feeling bad about. No, say switch on. That was wrong. Not anymore. Only with that practice can we make our original attitude, vision, awareness elevate. And this group should reveal the specialty of transforming their sanskars and thoughts in 1 second. That's all of you, all of us. Do you have such courage? It should not take as long a time to do something as it does to think about it. Do you have such courage? Courage? Just you thought about something, but do it. This is a group that has courage. Father is constantly cooperative with those who maintain courage. We know that. When I have courage, Baba is with me. Baba's cooperation, help, love is with me, who is guiding. Therefore, never let go of your courage. Always maintain courage and remain enthusiastic. With courage, you will constantly remain cheerful. What will happen by having enthusiasm? What does enthusiasm finish? It finishes laziness. Laziness is also a main vice. At the present time, those effort makers who are moving along the path of effort are attacked by Maya in the form of laziness in different ways. So, in order to finish laziness, constantly remain enthusiastic. Method: constantly remain enthusiastic and laziness will finish. When someone has enthusiasm to earn an income, his laziness finishes. If someone does not have enthusiasm for any particular task, you will definitely have laziness. Therefore, never let go of your enthusiasm so that you become influenced by laziness and are deprived of performing elevated karma. Therefore, never let go of your enthusiasm so that you become influenced by laziness and are deprived of performing elevated karma. We cannot lose time at all at this moment. This is the confluence age, and enthusiasm will come or remain constant when you show courage to be you, live your truth, and experience Baba's company. So we will stop it here. That is the next half of today's Murli will be tomorrow. So it will be churned over 2 days. Okay, so we can take a minute of silence to churn on what we heard today from Baba. And then let's share and listen. Okay, we can share our points. I'd like to invite you to share. Anyone? Okay, so we have all transformed totally as Baba wants, because this is a special group, I know that. We're not lazy at all, because every day, early morning, ready to start with Avyakta Murli churning is amazing, powerful. Baba is with all of you. Yes, I got in the chat, Girija says that I'm a special soul.
Om Shanti.
Om
What a
Shanti, brother.
wonderful Murli it's of the day. Definitely, I like this lines. When your awareness, attitude, and vision becomes spiritual, no person or thing of this world can attract you. And if there is even the slightest attraction, then I should understand that there is a lack of spirituality in my awareness, vision, and attitude. And with that checking, I must transform this weakness in 1 second. Om Shanti.
Thank you, brother. That was the whole summary. Truly, 1 second transformation. And I'm spiritual, that I'm not attracted to anything or anyone at all.
Om Shanti, sister.
Yes.
Just adding on to what Mumbai said, yes, that was the checking point. But I want to get intoxicated with how Baba called me, addressed me today. Like in the title itself, he said, oh, don't be subordinate. Come on, let me make you sit on the throne. As if he has made me sit, he wants me to make a sovereign. So I had that feeling as if I was sitting on a lower chair and Baba makes me sit on a royal chair. And then the intoxication, he says, which he gives me is, I am Shakti. I am Shakti. I am a soul, I have a right, because I'm sitting on the chair which has been placed on by my father. I am not dependent on anything, and I've conquered everything. I have all, everything. Let me take the powers from my father who's waiting to give it to me, because it belongs to me alone. I'm a special soul, and everything of mine should be special because I'm going to reveal something special. I think that awareness and this intoxication is what I would like to practice.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Girija. Sister, yes. Baba has given you all the right. Let's not
Om
forget
Shanti.
that. Yes, Harpreet.
Yeah. Also to add on in this very nice Murli today, if you get even a little deviation of sorrow or even a 1 second sorrow, you have to remember that Baba is the ocean of happiness. So how could you be in that sorrowful state? So I think that is also a very sweet line in the Murli. And in fact, in our yesterday's churning also, we were discussing the same thing, that every moment has to be joyful. And that itself shows the spiritual awareness and the energy of Baba flowing through you and through everybody else around you. So this sorrow checking is also very important. The moment you feel energy drops, sorrowful stage, remember Baba, the ocean of happiness. Om Shanti.
Yeah. Om Shanti. This is the constant reminder we have to put that why sorrow means I have moved away from my truth. It's a big, big work we are doing right now, but Baba is with us and we keep doing.
Again, to just connect with what the sister said about that ocean. I don't know whether it was yesterday's Sakar Murli or something. Baba said, Father, your father is an ocean of knowledge, ocean of bliss, ocean of this. So if suppose you're lacking something, take the urn, go to him, fill it and come. You have a right for that. So I like that one thing. Oh, like a child, when my popcorn gets finished, what do? I go and I say, Mama, give me some more. So when she just said that I am not a bestower of this, but whenever I feel lack of that, I'll take my urn, I'll go to the ocean and I'll fill and come, and then I'll share it with others. I just like that concept.
Yeah, it's beautiful. That's wonderful. We should all remember that, not sit in that sorrow, but go and fill it up. Yeah. Yes, yes. Brother or sister.
Here the urn, the example which sister just said, now the urn is the intellect. The intellect has to go to the. So I was just imagining a very good example she has given. The urn is the intellect, and when the intellect is always there with the Baba, connected with Baba, Supreme Father, then this happens. What the embodiment of power and this enthusiasm, everything will be there. High energy, enthusiasm, the courage, and
The urn will be full, like
urn
Girija's.
will be full. Urn is basically intellect, and intellect is a function of the consciousness is a function of intellect. Consciousness, the smriti is a function of intellect. Where intellect gets connected, automatically the consciousness becomes full. You know that
Yeah,
because everything finally consciousness matters. Om
right.
Shanti.
Beautiful. Thank you, brother. Sakshi says in the chat, Baba said that always have the consciousness that you are the child of the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness. And with that comes big responsibility, right? That if I claim I'm the child of the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness, is it true also in my thoughts and action? Am I also giving happiness to others and removing any sorrow? Or am I still giving sorrow? When the dependency happens, we give sorrow to others too. And dependency is when we forget ourselves. So, yes, always have the consciousness that you are the child. And Radhamani says, never let go of your courage. That is our card to have Baba with us always. Okay. I have the courage. I take my step of courage. And you feel carefree that Baba is with you. Right. Anyone else would like to share their point?
Om Shanti sister, just adding. It's always considering that we have to think, speak, and do wonderful things, not common. Baba said that in this Murli today. If it's common and ordinary thoughts, right, then our attainments will also be ordinary. So we have to check our thoughts. Based on that, if it's ordinary, then the world is also created as ordinary. So you need to check the quality of thoughts, ordinary or something wonderful.
Perfect checking. Yeah. Just check. This is a journey with yourself and Baba. What wonderful is that thing? So check if it is ordinary or elevated, wonderful, that can give happiness, that is giving me happiness. Of course, soul happiness, right? Thank you, Vijit, brother. So Balvinder says that I keep continue getting angry and unstable with my family members very easily. I would say that's really good that you have that ground, the test papers, or actually ground to make effort to check yourself, change. It will happen. Knowing to doing, and knowing that I'm here weak and unstable, to taking Baba's hand and making it will be possible. So Balvinder, you can definitely look into that. Rakhi sister says, as are my thoughts, so is the world created. That's the simple thing. Must remember every moment. And Girija says, I should always have elevated thoughts of who I am, where I am sitting, what is my source of everything, to whom I go when I feel lost and very, very. Yeah.
Om Shanti.
This is it. Yes, go ahead, Ramesh.
Good morning, everyone. Very beautiful, Murli. And I like the point where my Baba says that those who are dependent constantly ask for something. And those who have a right constantly remain the embodiment of all power, all attainment.
Mhm.
So, what I experienced is Baba has trained us, Baba has given so much of knowledge to us to be a detached observer, and to have distance, keep a distance with your desires and everything. That even if Baba comes in front of me, child, what do you want? You just stand still for a moment and tell Baba, you have made us the embodiment of everything. What else do I need? That is what I felt. Om Shanti.
That's right. Thank you. Om Shanti. I think Om brother again saying that intellect is a function of my relationship. The deeper and intimate is my relationship with the one Supreme Father, the dependence on others naturally diminishes. Radhamani says, I'm special soul and therefore everything of mine should be special. No problem, Balvinder. Have patience in yourself and remember you are a special soul. So Girija says, I love to visualize all his knowledge and make it a live running film or live stream that's constantly coming to you. Baba also touched on finishing laziness, maintain courage, and remain enthusiastic. Always receiving all attainments from him and give to others, never vice versa, right? Will always take from the source. So beautiful discussions, and tomorrow again there will be further. Baba will talk about how to become self-sovereign. Right now, maybe just let's take a few minutes to meditate and make it form in us. What is that? Okay. Okay. So sit relaxed on your chair, wherever you are sitting, and visualize you are in a journey as you, the soul, sitting in the body, walking, fly with your body of light like an angel with the wings. And as you fly, you reach to a beautiful world where from far you see a shining thing. And as you get closer, you see the throne, a beautifully decorated with all the jewels, shining throne. As you get closer, you see on the 4 legs of the throne, there are 4 things written. In the back 2 legs, it's written courage and enthusiasm. Courage and enthusiasm. And in the front 2 legs, you see it's written embodiment of power, special, fortunate soul, embodiment of power, special, fortunate soul. And that there are few steps as you climb up. You are welcome to sit. That is your throne. You sit on the throne. It's a perfect, stable throne. And the sweet Father comes with a crown of your birthright. Puts it on your head. You sit like the self-sovereign. No doubt remains. Everything that was old or weak was gone. Baba assured, you are the rightful child of me. And he puts the tilak on your forehead of all the powers, all the virtues. Everything that Baba has is yours. That's all. You feel fulfilled. It's the awareness of your truth. You are full. You will always be full. The source, the ocean of love and happiness is filling you up. Your soul is the self-sovereign king who sits on that stable throne and rules with the love, the virtues, the powers of the ocean of love, virtues and powers. You don't need to ask for it. It is showering upon you spontaneously, constantly, because you are the special fortunate soul. So I sit on my throne and experience that constant shower of the divine love that makes my soul shine brighter and brighter. There is only one connection, one attraction, only one vision that I see, and that is the shining, loving source, the Supreme Soul. And I automatically flow with that love in my thoughts, words, and action. Nothing lacking. I have got everything. This is my truth. And I carry my truth every second. No matter how many people or situations come to take me away from that awareness of my truth, I promise to myself that now I know, and I carry this truth with me every second, and I will share my Father's love and powers with everyone every second. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Anuben. Thank you, Divine Family, and see you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a wonderful day.
Everyone.